We're getting ready to start. Yeah, you can sit there for sure. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to be streaming this live on Facebook so that we can share it with the world. And we're
There's
so
two
much
seats in
grace
the middle
and
if somebody needs to. There's two seats right in the middle. Everybody got a seat?
Oh,
Yeah? I think we're getting full. There's two. There's one here. There's one in this row and another one beside the lady in the black hoodie.
okay, God, is everybody here? All right. So we're ready.
Yeah, you guys roll.
I am so excited to host this part of the Mastery Series with my beautiful friend, Patricia Monna. You know, Patricia is renowned internationally for her work with the police force in finding missing people. And she is one of the most amazing psychic mediums that I have ever met. And I feel so blessed to be able to do these presentations with her. And tonight we're going to be talking about manifesting with the angels. Here we are, it's a gateway date. We're here on January 11th, and literally we are between two of the most powerful eclipses. They're partial eclipses, but they are supercharged. And so ask for what you want. We're going to talk about how to really create the life of your dreams and how to make sure you get what you really want instead of asking for what you really don't want and getting that by accident. So we're going to be here for an hour and a half, and Patricia has some amazing energy to share, and we are super excited. So here we go. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what is manifesting. You know, we've been bombarded with manifesting stuff for the last 20 years. I mean, I think our generation is really supercharged and really focused on, okay, we got this. We're good, and we're here on a mission. And so, you know, The Secret came out, and then all the different people, the Hickses, and all of the different teachers that have been here have talked about how to create the life of our dreams. And what it really comes down to when we talk about manifesting is getting that feeling in your body. So it's about being there, feeling it, and then attracting it into your life, and that's frequency. That's managing your state, and that's what we do here at Kate King. I'm Kate King. I'm a vibrational jeweler, and I work around the world to help people manage their state and really walk their highest path. Because you are an amazing being of light, and you deserve the best life. And so, you know, the emotions are always what trip us up, right? And the little devil that sits on the shoulder and goes, you know, yeah, but wait a second here. And so what we want to do is we want to work with the angelic frequency and really attract and ask for what we want. So part of that is managing your state. It's about vibrating the frequency of what you want to attract so that you can really step into that frequency, because when you vibrate that frequency, you have to attract that. It just is the law of the universe. Nikola Tesla?
Yeah.
Tesla, he talked about that. You know, when you're vibrating the frequency of what you want, you're going to attract it. It's going to become your life. And so we really need to be responsible, and we need to honor our frequency in order to be doing that, right? And not manifesting by accident. And just saying the words doesn't work. So, you know, we can say, please, I want money, okay? I want abundance. Most people, when they think about abundance, they think financial success, right? And so it's like, okay, I want financial success. I want to get a lot of money. And then it doesn't happen, and they go, well, what did I do wrong? Well, you're not vibrating the frequency. We were just talking earlier about, you know, gifting money. One of the laws of the universe is whatever we put out comes back times 10. And so when we give money, it's like if you give it, with an open heart and enjoy and just say, you know what, I love you so much, I want to give this to you. But if you go, but you got to use it for this, and you don't do this with it, because if you do this with it, I'm going to be really mad. And, you better put that in the bank, because I'm giving you this money, and it could be the last money I ever see in my life, right? So what we're doing is we're blocking all the abundance coming back. So when you give from your heart unconditionally. I love you so much, I want to give this to you, and you can do whatever you want with it, and then that energy just flows back to you. And so, the emotion, remember the emotion that you want to attract. I often talk about how time doesn't really exist. We are running all kinds of timelines right now, and so whatever it is that you want on some timeline, you already have it. Whether it's health, whether it's success, whether it's abundance, whether it's calm, whether it's anti-worry. It doesn't matter what you're thinking about as far as what you want, you already have it on some timeline. So all you have to do is connect with that energy, feel it in your body. If you want a relationship, feel the arms of that person around you. If you want to heal your relationship, remember the time when you were madly in love with them and get back to that timeline. If you want financial success, see yourself as successful. Walk the walk, right? And we can help you with that with the vibrational gemstones. And I know that Patricia is going to talk about working with the angelics.
Mm-hmm. So, thank you so much, Kate. Thank you for
pleasure.
having me. And as Kate was saying, it is so unbelievably important to be able to give if you do want to receive. So tonight, Kate and I working together, thank you guys so much, because all of your money is being donated to the Calgary Women's Shelter.
Yeah.
So I figured that
we're
is
really excited about that.
Yeah. So I figured that is an awesome way to start the year is by helping someone else out. So it is amazing to see such a packed house in here. Doesn't surprise me that we're all women in here. There's a lot of light workers, feminine energy that's stepping into the light right now, and finding your divine spark. Men can kind of be stubborn sometimes. Sorry about all the men on Facebook Live.
We love you, men,
Yeah.
and we know you also want to manifest with angels, so we got you.
We do. So, but there is a lot of feminine energy that is stepping into the light right now, and it doesn't surprise me because nurturing, love, all of the stuff that women kind of encompass, the energy, the special feminine energy, that is light. We are natural light beings. All of us are, right? But most women are nurturers by nature, so it's easy to be able to tune into that sense of, can I help you? Can I help you? Yes, my name is Patricia Monna. I'm a professional psychic medium.
She's amazing.
I was a palliative oncology nurse. I did that for about 13 years before I jumped over and started finding missing people. I believe that every single one of us in this room is psychic. We're all just at different levels of learning. You wouldn't be drawn to this class if you weren't already on your path to ascension. You're recognizing the symptoms, you're feeling it, and you're being drawn to things. Now, the coolest thing with angels and working with angels, just like Kate and everything she does and brings to the table with her vibrations, which I'm addicted to them, I think all of us probably in here are, she's helping to raise the vibration. It's a spiritual toolkit, all of her pieces. Everything in here is a spiritual toolkit. You can feel the energy when you walk in the door, right? Well, angels are my spiritual toolkit, and I suggest that you pull out yours and start using yours too, because they're dying to be noticed, really, honestly, communicate with you. And I know that as we go further into the year, and as the energy comes up even more, we're going to have a lot more contact, and we're going to be able to feel and know with a surety when our angels are near us. Now, the cool thing is with spirit is that everything is a medium. Everything is used as a medium. I say I'm a psychic medium, but what does that actually mean? Not all psychics are mediums and not all mediums are psychics. Psychics have the ability to be able to predict, also to see in the past and present, which I can do. I do that through something called coordinate remote viewing, and that is how I find my missing people. Now, mediumship is the ability to meet in the middle. That's what mediumship is. I have, I guess, not always been able to do it. I didn't realize that I always could do it. But there are certain days where I couldn't do it, and certain times in my life that I couldn't do it. And the reason why I couldn't do it was I was too far down. I was too far away. I was sitting too low. Spirit is way up here. And when we know how to bring our own vibration into vibrational alignment high enough so they can meet us in the middle, that's mediumship. So every single one of us is a natural medium. It's just, do you know it? And do you know how to pull up your vibration enough so that you can hear the voice of spirit, right? And it is a belief system. And I'm not talking religion. I was brought up in a very born-again Christian household to believe once to die and then the judgment. And I don't believe that. I believe that every religion, every path is sacred and should be honored by everyone, because they all lead to the same place. We're all going to the same place, you guys. It's just a roadmap on how to get there. And considering we're all from different countries and different places in our lives, no two roads are gonna look alike because it's our own journey. We have to walk down that path and find it ourselves, right? And the one thing that I noticed was the deeper I went within, the more I could hear them. I could hear my guides, I could hear my angels, and I knew that without a shadow of a doubt, someone was walking with me. And when you do know who walks with you at all times, the fear goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even in the face of things that I should have been shaking about, I got through with grace and ease. You know, like someone was looking over me all the time. You know, and even when you have that open line of communication, it's not that you're going to not face the crappy stuff. Don't think that I'm immune to life's displeasures, because I'm not. It's just I know how to deal with it easier. I know how to get through it so that my mind doesn't become warped with the insanity of anxiety and what's going on in life, right? You don't need to live life in a frenzy. We can be happy on death row. It's a choice. Honest to God, it's a choice. And no one makes you happy, no one makes you sad, no one makes you anything. You give it away. You give it away. It's giving away your power. When you're in a bad mood, stop and become the observer of that bad mood. Was it contagious? Did someone pass it along to you? Well, if it's a bad 5 minutes, don't make it a bad day, you know, or make it a bad week. We drag yesterday into today, and that's the stuff that muddies up your connection. That's the stuff that keeps the vibration low. I dealt with depression and anxiety for many years, and I know a lot of light workers do, so never be ashamed of admitting that, because I've had a client, a wonderful client, who inspired me to talk about that more, because she goes, it makes you real. She goes, you realize that we all go through it, you know, and to see, and even when I look back at pictures of when I was 210 pounds walking with a cane in 2009, I can't believe that was the me that I was, but I honor that. I have to, because it got me here.
It's all part of the journey.
It is. I'd still be nursing. If I didn't have my legs wiped out from underneath me with a debilitating illness, I would not be here. So no matter what you go through, no matter how bleak it looks, understand it's part of the process. And sometimes it's needed. You know, I loved nursing, but you can't fix a broken system. You cannot fix a broken system, and it broke my heart, what I witnessed every day. I couldn't be a part of that. So to me it was, okay, if I'm being forced to change my life, right, because literally my legs gave out from underneath me, how am I going to do this? I had to go within. I had to have that dark night of the soul to realize that I even had a connection, to be able to look up and go, okay, what is this, right? So like I said, honor the BS in your life, because it's serving a purpose. It's part of the plan, it's part of the process. You cannot know who you are until you know who you are not. It is that simple. We live in the world of dichotomy, so guess what? You can't have one without the other, right? This is how we know who we are. How do you know who you are until you know who you are not? We need that comparison. And I know that as we ascend further, you get through it easier. Your life feels lighter. You don't feel the anxiety and the stress. Part of that was meditation, so I'm going to lead you guys a really cool meditation tonight. A couple of the ladies or a few of you guys have been to my meditations in my office. I do meditations every new moon and full moon, and I bring in the angels into all of that, and it just came. I was asked by them, can you bring us into that? Bring that in. Not a lot of people know that we're here, and you should see what happens when we do, right? How many of you guys, the show of hands, how many of you guys have been in my meditations? Wow, that's cool. How do you feel? Honestly, can you feel them when they come in, right? It's an energy onto itself that feels like waves, ripples. So tonight I'm going to lead you guys a really cool meditation so that you guys can feel what it feels like. And it is very subtle when angels are around. Don't think it's this big, I'm Archangel Michael, turn left instead of right. It's not like that. It is very subtle. They're not allowed to mess with your free will. You have to ask them to come in. They need your permission, right? So there's a few rules to that. And I think that's why a lot of people just don't even know where to start. So I'm really glad you guys are here. And then, because I love proof, I'm very hung up on proof. I'm the most skeptical psychic you'll ever meet. I love proof. So I came across a song called Fly by Jason Upton, where angels' wings flapping and singing, angels singing, were caught in the background of this song. And what it is, it just so happened that it was at a Christian church. Jason Upton was singing, and he's the only one on stage. And there's this kid that starts saying, "Oh my God, I see a 12-foot angel behind Jason Upton." And all of a sudden, they started hearing these different voices singing in behind him. And when they pulled apart afterwards, when they pulled apart the recording, these were frequencies that are not of this earth, or not frequencies that are the human voice can make. So, and when you hear it, something kind of resonates deep in your soul. We're like, ooh, that is really angels, because it lifts you. It lifts you. It feels like you're getting a cleansing. So I want you guys to experience that. So we're going to do a meditation after, and then I will play that song for you guys.
I wanted to show you this photograph. It's just calling you and screaming at me right here. So this is a person that worked with. I'd like to get it off. So this is actually the image of an angel, and it was documented. The people that developed the film. This was taken in the Mayan Riviera. And so, proof of angels are all around us. And if you watch in your own life for the proof of angels, you'll see it every day. You'll see a message. If you ask the angels, they'll leave us a feather. You'll go like, where did that come from? And so if you ask for the messages, you will see the messages.
And I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the signs that they leave. Yes, they'll leave typical signs like feathers, or well, actually, deceased loved ones usually leave the dimes. It's not usually angels that leave the dimes. There is a symbol to that. I mean, obviously, you were meant to hear that.
No, he brought a dime on the way in. He sat in the back seat and left a
We
dime.
were putting our stuff in the car, and I said, "There's a dime down there, Margaret. It's for you."
No.
On the floor in the back seat for no.
Yeah,
it's always a dime.
no, they do that. They do that for sure. And dimes from heaven. Don't know why it's a dime. Maybe a 10 out of 10. I don't know. But yeah, dimes are usually from loved ones. Feathers, light things. So their energy is very much like this. And if it was daytime outside, I would show you guys how to see angels with your own eyes. Did I show you that yet?
No.
Oh my God, I have to show you. It's so simple, easy.
Oh.
Really crazy easy.
Oh, I love it.
I know. The first time we saw it was in Sedona.
Yeah.
You were there. Nuts. We were standing looking over a precipice of like a canyon in Sedona, and we look up, and all of a sudden, you could see twinkles, little sparkles going like this everywhere.
Oh, I love it.
everywhere in the sky. I'm like, oh my God, are you seeing that? Am I? You guys see that? Everybody saw it. 23 people on my retreat saw angels. And actually, because I know the way to do it, you gotta kind of, remember those pictures that they used to have in the Calgary Sun where you kind of blur your eyes and then another picture pops out at you, right? The glazy eyes, you gotta use the glazy eyes to see it.
So look beyond.
So yes,
Kinda look
look
beyond.
beyond. So the next time, and it's awesome when it's a clear blue sky. My God, it just lights up with them. But when it's a clear blue sky, pick a spot on the sky and then let your eyes kind of wander, and all of a sudden, not just in your peripheral, it'll be literally right in front of you. It'll be little sparks of light that fly everywhere all around. Is that the best description? Yeah, little sparks of light. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah, little sparks, little sprigs of light everywhere. And it's super easy, and it was Spirit that told me, hey, that's what you're seeing. You're not going crazy, that's what you're seeing. But I think that we are so focused on, gotta get through this, gotta get through the day, gotta get the kids dropped off here, gotta make dinner, I gotta do this. We don't give ourselves time to connect with Spirit. We don't give ourselves or our angels a chance to go, here I am. Because it is in the stillness. When you go within, that's when you're gonna find the biggest trip of your life. Honestly, it's like, how much down the rabbit hole do you want to go? Because it isn't just me that's psychic. You guys can all see this too. It takes practice. I've been doing readings now for, oh my goodness, 9 years. And I do, quite a few a day. So I do have a lot of practice, right? But meditation furthers that way more than doing continual readings does. I have to go within to find out my stuff. They don't give me any heads ups if I'm going to get into a car accident or anything. I don't get the memo on that. I might get for you, but not for me. But it's learning how to listen to that within. So here's the thing. It doesn't sound like a big booming voice, right? Like I said, I'm marketing. No, it sounds like that voiceless voice. So you guys scream in your head right now. Go in your head. You can't, right? It's the thought. Your consciousness can go, but it's not actually, right? We are so used to hearing the words in our head without hearing them. We know they're there, right? We think all the time. That is you. This is just the shell or the car. This is the driver. This is just the vehicle, right? So, when we pass on, it is that consciousness. You are still you. If you were a nasty bag in this life, guess what? You're still that over there. Just because you gained wings doesn't mean you're all Mother Teresa now. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Your thoughts are still the same. What you need to work on, it follows you, right? So the greatest thing to do is to raise your vibration, shake that stuff off. So with manifesting, one of the biggest things that we need to do is clean up our vibration. We need to become consciously aware of what we're bringing to the table, right? Because how many people do you know where coworkers, one coworker can walk into the office and just all hell breaks loose, right? And you go like this, and you're like, oh God, I can't believe they're here, oh my God, right? And your whole energy changes because that one person, right? One person can upset a whole pile of people depending on their energy. Guess what? One person that carries the light, it's huge. It's bigger than that. It can amplify thousands. It can really lift up bigger than what we know, right? So we have to clean it up, clean up our vibration. Different ways to do it. Prayer, meditation, guess what? Same thing. Same thing. Well, let me break it down a little bit. Prayer is you talking to God or the universe, right? Opening that conversation on what it is that you want. If you do it with a pure heart, right? Same thing with meditation. You can do it through prayer or meditation. Focusing intently on what it is that you want helps you to connect with that. As long as it has the feeling of joy, love, all of that. You have to be able to have the vibration. The belief in it also, right? You have to be able to believe that you can achieve it or you won't even and try. So all of these things are little ingredients into the soup of manifesting, right? Cleaning up the vibration, listening to high vibrational music, watching who you're hanging out with. Do you have energy suckers that need to go? Because in 2019, you're here for a reason. You guys are learning this tonight, and people on Facebook are tuning in for a reason. The energy out there is shifting. It started shifting before the end of last year. We've actually been in a big shift for about the past 2 years. I felt a huge wave come in 2017, and it was very quick. That's why 2017, 2018, it just, you blinked and it was kind of gone. 2019 is going to go a little bit slower for us. It's going to let us catch our breath, but the energy is amplified. Can you feel the heat already coming in the room? It's energy. Anyways, in 2019, it's amped up. So that is, energy is neither good nor bad. It's defined by the user. It's defined by the person, each individual, right? So if it's amped up and we're sitting listening to the shitty committee, you know, and that's where we're vibrating, guess what? It's going to be that times 1,000. It won't be bringing you up and out of it. It will be, oh, you want more? Okay, right? So watch what you're thinking about all the time. Become the observer. Pull yourself back to the now, because that's where joy and love can be found, right? Is back in the now. I almost keep losing my thoughts because we have to keep you
Outside?
No, that I can see in spirit.
Oh, I love it. So one of the things that came to mind, you know, I can hear people at home and people in the room saying, you know what? I've been one of those people that's been kind of down in the dumps. I've been really sad for a long time, or I've been upset, or I've been angry, or I'm carrying around this stuff in my etheric body. What do I do? So, you know, I really strongly recommend getting a stone, because one of the things about managing your state that's so challenging is that we are in this pattern. It's like, you know, holding an elastic out. Yeah, we can hold that elastic out, but as soon as we take our hands away, boom, the elastic closes, right? So what the stone does is it holds your frequency and changes your vibration. It's impossible to be, you know, depressed if you're resonating extreme joy. It's impossible. It's like when you have a little kid that's really mad, right? And you go up and you start tickling them and you start laughing with them. They are not mad anymore, right? So it's really, really, really important. If you have a challenge and you're stuck, then, you know, get unstuck. Use a gem, because the gem does the work for you. You know, you don't have to go to therapy for the next 12 months, and you don't have to really, you know, I mean, my dad's a psychiatrist, right? And the way it works is you go there and you talk about your pain until it's not painful anymore, and it's painful, right? So what we do is we use frequency, and exactly what Patricia was talking about, you know, calling in the angelic realm, focusing on how you want to feel, listening to music, meditation, getting someone where you can go on a regular basis that helps you hold your frequency and helps you to break your habit, okay? And it's time to break the habit. It's time for you to step in to your beautiful life, right? Here we are, we're human beings, we're on this planet. Believe it or not, this is the vacation planet. This is where everybody wants to go. Okay? And so they line up to come to Earth. And so when we're here, we need to remember to enjoy it and to really take advantage of the tools that we have here to help us to manage our state.
Absolutely. Well, another one that came to mind was smudging. How many people smudged their house on the New Year? Good job, good job.
Yes.
You saw the smudge, don't
We
you?
do. We have all kinds of spudge. We have
Perfect.
Palo Santo.
It
we have-
works. It really,
works.
it does work. And scientists have proven that it clears up to something like 97% of airborne pathogens and viruses and stuff. So white people are finally catching on. It does work. So I suggest you do it. You can literally feel yourself kind of calm down. That's another way to kind of shake off and be rid of what no longer serves you. Another thing, speaking of therapy,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say this for anyone who is going through it or whatnot. There are little cheating ways to be able to be done with it faster than spending $200 an hour on a therapist. The way I got out of it, because I did the whole therapy bit, and it just perpetuated because they make you stare at it. They make you relive what you hated going through the first time. They make you go through it, right?
Over and over and over and over again. And don't misunderstand me. Those of you who have a therapist, congratulations.
Yes.
And we really bless you on that path,
Absolutely.
because everything that you need to do, one thing that I think is really important for us to understand is our path is divine. We found there's all kinds of proof that we plan our lives. So our greatest challenges are our greatest gifts and our greatest blessing. So take the golden blessing out of the challenge, flush the rest, and really let your soul shine. You are who you are today because of your body of work, your university degree. So if you're working with a therapist, congratulations.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I just want to add to your
yeah,
toolbox.
yeah, you want to add
so
to
you
your
can amp it
toolbox,
up and be done with it faster.
Exactly.
Yeah. But doing meditation definitely saved my sanity. Learning mindfulness for anyone who has the racing thoughts or deals with anxiety on a regular basis, what that is it literally is the racing thoughts, because your body is responding to the stimuli, right? If you think about, if we go to see the movie Jaws, right? Those jump scares that are pre-programmed into that movie, that's going to scare the crap out of us the same way it would, maybe just at a lesser degree, as if we're in the boat with Jaws, right? We're still going to feel the same physiological response, whether it's perceived or whether we're actually in danger. So my point is, if we continue to stare at something, we are energetically connecting ourselves with that incident over and over and over, and making those neural pathways to it, right? So the best thing to do is look up cutting cords.
Very important. Sorry.
Yeah, no, please jump in.
When we have circumstances, very, very powerful circumstances, and when we have very, very strong experiences with other people, and all of a sudden they're no longer in our lives, we are really connected to that because we're emotional beings. That's part of us likes that the emotional hit, right? And so our people will court us. So, those of you who have been married and have gone through divorces, it's very, very important to clean your energetic field, to cut those cords and release those people in love and say thank you so much. I am so grateful for what you taught me in this life, and through our experience, you're a good person. I married you because I loved you, and our path has just changed. It's not that we have to vilify our people that we've chosen to work through life with, but you need to cut the cord, release them, thank them, and let them go. And then you're free, right, to start your new path.
And bring up science here for a second. Science has proven that if you think of someone intently for 17 seconds, they will feel it. And that's why, if you've been married for a long time, you can take a look at that partner and you know exactly what mood they're in, excuse me, sorry, before they've even opened their mouth, you know what I mean? Like you can feel them. Or you think of someone and then you bump into them, oh, you gotta think, was that a cord or coincidence? I'm gonna tell you there's no such thing as coincidence. So chances are you need to cut those cords. Best way to be able to cut cords is to send them love and light. Forgiveness, instant vibrational, through the roof razor. It is awesome to practice forgiveness and just send them back light. Send them back light, because what you send out will come back to you tenfold. It will, trust me. You never know when kindness, when it will come back to you. Maybe 20 years later, but it will. Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, you know, the other thing I think that's so important is when you're courted and you keep playing that record, it's very, very challenging to try and get into your zone, right? Like here you are, you're a human being, you're on earth, and you've got this amazing opportunity, right? And we are the masters of our own destiny. And so whatever it is that you're thinking about constantly, that's what your guides and angels think you want. That's a manifesting. You're manifesting that. And so if you're in a constant state of anxiety and you're asking and you're looking, oh my God, something's going to happen, I can just feel it. You know, it's coming. What happens is what you're asking for is exactly what you don't want. So one of the things that I think is really, really important is eliminate the thoughts that don't support your highest path. You know, this is like a record, it's a discipline. So all you want to do is when you're thinking, oh my God, I think I'm feeling sick, I think something's wrong with me. You know, I have clients all the time that come in and go, I really feel like something's going on, you know. And I said, well, have you been to the doctor? No, I don't want to go to the doctor. It's like, I just want you to check and tell me and make sure I'm okay. And so, you know, one of the most powerful things that you can do to create health in your life is believe that you're healthy. On some timeline, you have done it. You're healthy. Don't push it away, because as soon as you start pushing, it starts attracting even more. You want to say, I am so grateful that I've had this path. It has been amazing. It has transformed me. It has taught me, and figure out what it is that it has taught you, because there's a golden blessing there, and just flush the rest of it. And then really focus on that timeline where you are in perfect health. And you know, try to eliminate talking about it. Try to eliminate when people come up to you and they say, oh, are you okay? How is it?
Don't feed into that.
Don't feed into that.
I'm fantastic.
Yeah, say, you know what? I'm feeling really good. I'm starting to feel really strong. Every day I feel better, right? And really take charge of your frequency. You know, one of the things I thought of when you were chatting was when I first started this business, and I was sending stuff all over the world, and I would have a lot of anxiety. I'd be like, oh, the package didn't arrive. Oh my God, we gotta phone the people, and you know, I'd be losing my mind. I'd be like, oh my God, it's and I learned that it doesn't matter whether I freak out or whether I'm totally calm. Everything's going to be fine, right? And one of the things that I got into thinking and saying was that if this is something I'm not going to remember in 5 years, I'm not even going to think about it for 2 seconds. And I really, really try to hold my frequency in love for everyone. And I believe that being out of judgment is really, really important, because as soon as you judge somebody, you're setting up karma. Setting up karma for you to change places, because we all have our own program, we all have our own stuff, we're all doing the same things, and listen, sometimes it gets pretty rough, right? And so our job is when you go to the checkout and you know the cashier is in a really bad mood and she goes, what do you want, right? And you look at her and you say, you know what, I really want to let you know that you're a good person and I hope you have a better day, right? Just to turn on a light switch for them, right? Good? Oh, good.
Yes.
Okay.
I gotta add to that. I gotta tell you, that's the other thing. When I'm feeling like utter crap, I will go out of my way to find someone to help. So I was feeling like crap this one morning, and so I was going through the Tim Hortons lineup, and I paid for the guy's coffee behind me. You know, you get that little boost when you help someone in need. Not in need, but just help someone. Sorry. Anyways, so I get my coffee and I go to the light, and I live in Walden, where there's a nursing home that's right next to the Tim Hortons. And so I see the car come up right beside me, and he goes like this, roll down my window. So I rolled down my window, and he's an elderly gentleman who was crying. His eyes were beet red. And I said, oh my God, I go, are you okay, sir? And he says, like really choking it back, he goes, I just wanted to let you know that my wife just passed away.
Aw.
I've been sitting in the parking lot for the last 2 hours, crying my eyes out, begging her for a sign.
Oh.
I go to get a coffee, and you just bought my coffee, and that's never happened before in my life. And so instantly, my little 5% of joy that I got out of that went through the roof, where I'm tearing up too at the lights, right? So you never know how your kindness is being perceived or how it is an answer to someone else's prayers, right? Because the universe uses all of us as mediums to do their work. Now, the thing is, if you really want to do the work and feel where the miracles are, we got to clean up our vibration. So you guys, whoever there is left to forgive in your life, dump it, forgive them, be done with it. Forgiveness is not about letting anybody off the hook. It's about getting the piss of vinegar out of your body so that you're fine, so that it's no longer a trigger. Honestly, right? So that when it comes back around, you just keep walking, you don't even look. It doesn't even bother you anymore. It doesn't faze you. That's what forgiveness is about. It's not about them. It was never between you and them. It was always between you and him to begin with. You just don't realize it yet. So coming here tonight and sitting in this energy, I can, as a psychic and as a medium, I can see a whole pile of angels that you guys, just thinking of them, have brought in. We haven't even gone ahead and asked or commanded them to come in yet. And it's already filling up. So good job, you guys. Literally, even just thinking of the angelic realm is going to start connecting you with it. Same thing with a past loved one. If you even think of a loved one, and I'm around, they're following you into my office. So you bring them in by our consciousness. This is why I'm telling you, like, here we're ruled by gravity and the cars, right? Over there, we're ruled by consciousness, by the level of our thoughts, and we go to that which we are, to the level of our thoughts, right? So we do want to clean it up and get it right in this time, so we don't need to come back to this place. Not that one. Not that much of a holiday. So forgiveness, that one's a huge one. For manifesting, like I said, raising our vibration, listening to high vibrational music. If you're listening to the sad country song where she stole my dog and took my man, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that vibration stuck in your head. It's true. Think about it. Music brings us right back.
All you country people, we love it.
Oh yeah, sorry. But you know what I mean.
It's true.
Right?
It's
serves
totally
a
true.
purpose.
Listen to upbeat country music.
Yes, that's a strong inspirational message. It serves a purpose for each time in our life. But if you want to bring up your vibration, start by what you're listening to. All of these little things are shortcuts into raising your vibration, so you don't need to go to Budapest or Peru to do this in the middle of the forest for 10 years.
Yes.
These are the little tools in the toolbox. So
I got a tool for you. So one of the things that I think that every human being should have in their toolbox, and as big as you can get it because size matters, with this particular aspect, is an amethyst geode. So one of the things that we do when we go home, our husband had a rough day, our kids got the strap at work, I don't know if they did it, or at school, I don't know if they did that anymore, sorry, bad analogy. But, they had a rough day. And they bring that energy home, and where do they dump it? In the middle of the house, either in the kitchen or the living room. They come home, they dump everything, and then they walk away and they go, oh, I feel so much better. But it's sitting there, right? And so everyone that comes into the space goes, oh, it feels a little weird in here. Does somebody have a bad day? And so one of the most powerful tools that you can have in your home office, I think every medical office, every light worker's office, every healer's office, every massage office should have a really, really large amethyst. So I'm talking, at least that big, It's like having a vacuum cleaner in your home, an energetic vacuum that sucks up all the negative energy, churns out all the positive energy, and keeps your home pristine. Your home is alive, and it is a living being. In Bali, they bless their home every single day. And so it's really important that you're mindful about your space. your bed, when you make your bed in the morning, thank it for giving you a beautiful sleep, for nurturing you, for keeping you rested, right? Really start being mindful and utilize the power of your thoughts and being grateful in your life. Gratitude is an amazing manifesting tool. You know, as soon as you start being grateful for whatever it is that you want, all of a sudden they go, oh, she wanted that, she got it, she's grateful. Let's give her some more, right? So really clean up your, I mean, here's the thing. When we have a rough day, we've got to unload it, right? But it doesn't mean that we can't clean it up, you know? So when we cook our meal, we clean up our kitchen. So when we have a bad day and when our families are struggling, have a big amethyst in your space. And I actually go to my amethyst every day and I give it a big hug. And I thank it for cleaning my space, and it cleans me, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one like this.
What is that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, selenite. Yeah, selenite and salt lamps. Salt lamps, yeah.
Salt lamps have an expiry date.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest challenge, because it's kind of like having a dish towel that you clean your whole kitchen with, and then you let it dry out, and then you wet it again, and then you clean again. So it can actually start dumping stuff back. It's like going on a diet and never going to the bathroom. I would probably recycle it in some way. I'd probably give it to the earth, or you know, I wouldn't keep it in your home. And the same thing is true of lava. I've been noticing a lot of people are wearing these lava bracelets. So, you know, we're all wearing these bracelets, these stacking gem bracelets, right? And a lot of them contain lava. Now, lava is an amazing tool for absorbing grief and negative energy, and, you know, anyone that's depressed or having a challenge at work, or you know, any challenging issue, or been through a challenging health issue, a wellness journey, as I call it. The lava is soaking all that stuff up. And what we do with lava, we actually have carved lava wheels, Shakti wheels, that we wear around the neck for 6 weeks to get rid of grief, or you know, any kind of fear or anxiety or stress, all the lower emotions. But after 6 weeks, you're done. You're not wearing that thing anymore. You got to take it out, you got to smash it and give that energy back. So, you know, yes, enjoy your lava bracelet. It's got a 6-week expiry date. And, you know, wear it for 6 weeks and then it's done. So, and you don't want to keep it hanging around. It's like, you know, keeping something that energetically is not clean anymore, right? It's absorbed all that negative energy, and so you want to get rid of it.
Kind of like dried flowers. You don't really want dead dried flowers in your house either. It's got the energy of dead.
Yeah. Lava.
You can't do the same thing you do.
You can't clean it. You cannot clean lava. It just doesn't, it won't clean. It's one of those stones that doesn't.
Selenite never needs clearing.
Yeah, selenite, I mean, we love. And
It's
buy
good.
gem grade if you can. You know, buy gem grade selenite. The difference between blasted selenite and gem grade selenite. Selenite is one of the my guides gave me an image of selenite that we use when we cross over. People who are really ill, people who are you know, in a bad state when they cross. They actually put them on a selenite bed, and there's an arbor of selenite over them. And so what it does is it infuses light, and again, it's this tremendous vacuum cleaner, right? So it's charged by the sun. We charge it every 3 months, and yeah, go for the gem grade. It's clear, it's see-through.
So once we clean up our energy, what comes next? Getting clear on what it is that we want. Now, this is kind of a tricky one, because oftentimes we think we know what we want, and the universe actually saves our butt by giving us what we don't want. So this is where I tell you, if it looks like the universe is not giving you what you want, hold still, hold still. It may take you a little bit to look backwards and go, ooh, thank God I dodged a bullet. Because that big eye in the sky knows everything and knows all of the connections and knows where we should be on that path, right? And the clearer that we get with what it is that we want, and the more we raise ourselves vibrationally to put ourselves in alignment with what it is that we want, right? So what I mean by that is, what would it feel like? What would it feel like? And I will tell you one thing that I know from finding missing people. If you cannot see yourself doing it or it happening, it is not going to happen. If I'm looking for a missing person and I cannot visualize that body in a body of water, I know it's on ground, or it's buried, or it's not in the water. If I can't visualize it happening, it's because it's not happening, right? So just pay attention to that. Another really cool one that Spirit pointed out to me, because I would have a lot of clients going, well, how do you know when Spirit's answering you versus that big voice that never shuts up, right? That's you, the voice of ego. Well, just like it says in the Bible, before you have asked, I have already answered. How many times have can you go in your head, oh my God, where's my keys? And before you get to keys, it's on the kitchen table. Or, oh yeah, it's over here. Or you got to do this, right? You can kind of hear it, kind of answering back. And one of the things that I notice, my guides do answer before I've gotten to the question mark or the period. So pay attention how quickly the voice, right, that voiceless voice, the one that can't scream ah, but you know it's wanting to say ah, right? Your guides, your loved ones even, will pop through dropping in answers, dropping in conversations that sounds like you, it sounds like you're talking to yourself. But when you quiet your mind through meditation, through prayer, through being still and being in the now, the more that you do that, the more you can tell the difference between what's your self talking to you and them talking to you, if that makes sense. So getting clear on what you want, the clearer the image, the better. So in part of our meditation tonight, we're going to get really clear on what it is that we want.
The one thing that's really important, this is the mastery of manifesting, is feel the feelings. You've got to feel it in your body. It's like, oh my goodness, I can feel it. I can feel myself. If you're looking for success, then feel, that feeling. When you look at someone successful, you can see it in the way they walk, in the way they hold their body, in the way they speak. You see the frequency of success. So you want to get into that zone, and the best time to do it is right before you go to bed. Right when you're laying in your bed and you're really relaxed, think about how it's going to feel. If you're looking for a partner, think about them, how you're going to feel with them, what it feels like to be in love. Feel the energy of that partnership, because on some timeline it's already done, right? And so you can have whatever you want, and all you have to do is connect with the feeling, with the energy of what it's going to feel like, and then let it go, right? Let it go, and don't be disappointed, because all the work that you're doing every night, if then the next day you're like, I'm never going to find somebody, I'm never going to be successful, then what happens is you're just reversing everything you did that night, right? So that's, we use stones for that, to hold the frequency so that you don't kind of slip out of the zone, right? You got to stay in the zone. It's like training. And so think about what you want to attract into your life. How do you want to feel? Okay? And if you don't know what you want, think about how you want to feel. I want to be happy. I want to feel loving. I want to feel in love with myself. I want to, I want to be bright. I want to be a shining light in the earth, right? On this planet. So think about that and hold that. And then, today is the gateway. Today is a portal. That's why We planned this date
Yes.
months ago, and we went, you know what? Let's do it. And because we really love you, and we want you to be your best self. You know, take the reins and be your best. Find out what you really want and do it. Feel it. Become it. And so tonight, before we do the meditation, think about that thing or that person or that state that you want to become. And think about how it feels when you've arrived and that love of your life is there standing waiting for you, or that magical event happens that brings you to your ultimate success. Something you never ever could have dreamt of. The one thing when you're thinking about it is don't limit yourself. This is something that's really, really important because sometimes we put a governor on our wishes, right? And we go, oh yeah, well, I could never do that, right? So don't put a governor on your wish. Think about what it is you want to achieve, and you know what? Let it happen. If you want to do something, do it regardless of whether you believe you can do it or not. You can feel it. If you can feel it, you can become it.
Absolutely.
And if you don't know what you want, because that's a state too that a lot of people can be in. What if you have everything and you don't know what you want? Aim for peace. Go for peace. Bring peace into your life, and it will naturally unfold. And you'll see what you're attracting, even just by raising your vibration to the vibration of peace. You can ask. You can always ask your angels, what is in alignment with the highest good for me and everyone who's involved, right?
That's
Ask
very
for
good.
it.
Yeah.
If it make it that general, just bring in the love, bring in the positivity for everyone involved, right? Because the cool thing about this stuff is if we help to shift even one person, right, or two people, or five people, and you go out, and you go, and all of you go out, and you help to shift even just one person after this. Think about that. What was 40 now just became 80, and what became 80 became 160. And this is how we change the world, one person at a time, one person at a time. One resonance, one frequency, right? Because we attract our lovers to us, we attract our best friends to us, we attract circumstances, our jobs to us, right? So what do you want to be experiencing? In 2019, you guys are going to be experiencing a whole myriad of different things. This is a big year, huge changing year. It's all about expansion. The number 3 is all about inner you and expansion. And it's all about bringing in the mind, body, soul all together, right? So there are going to be different circumstances that happen to you guys this year for you to see that what you're vibrationally in alignment with. So if you start off the beginning of the year flying high, coming to a 111 meditation night, you know, you guys will leave here floating like this. Go to bed after, don't drink caffeine, enjoy the high, take it with you to bed and continue it there. That's what I honestly think that you guys should do. You know, don't pick up the phone or be on Facebook and all that afterwards. You know, enjoy the peace. Hang on to it. Take it with you. Take it home. Because tomorrow you'll wake up feeling that 10 or 20 or 50% happier than you did going to bed. Let it soak in, right? So when should we do our Lhasa meditation? Should we do it now? Okay.
Shoot for happiness too.
Yes.
As human beings, one of our greatest gifts is the emotion of happiness. And happiness is very contagious. And so when you're happy, you make other people happy. And we're really coming into the law of one, which is exactly what you were just talking about. And so remember, be mindful, because there is literally a thread that binds us all together. So remember, stay out of judgment. Be in loving kindness as much as you can, and celebrate your life.
Absolutely.
It's here.
Absolutely. Do you want to take a 2-minute break? Does anyone need water, washroom, or anything like that? We're good to go? Okay, perfect.
So we're going to do a
Yeah.
10-minute meditation?
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I dim the lights little bit?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
Jam
where
it
did
from
the lights go?
Yes.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna use. I'll switch to
Sure, sure, absolutely. Yeah. I think so. Can she take the meditation?
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Oh, by the way, I do have an awesome, I will say this really quick, meditation that I recorded with my dear friend Jose Neto. He is the blind Reiki master healer. He was actually about, I think, almost 10 years now. He was walking downtown. He was a foreign exchange student from Brazil. Walking downtown with his fiance after dinner, and he was shot. And it went through, stray bullet from a gang fight went through both of his eyes. So he lost his eyesight, but gained such an amazing gift and ability to heal. This man is just an amazing healer. So we recorded a chakra clearing and healing meditation. It's on SoundCloud. And I can put the link on my Facebook for anyone afterwards who wants the link to it. And there's a whole bunch of different healing things that are happening when you listen to it. So if you do listen to it with the earphones in, the left ear in the left ear, right ear in the right ear, because different frequencies will come out of the different ears. And it's layered with healing frequencies, as well as Jose was doing Reiki in the background as well. So if you guys could actually see music, it would be when it's coming out of the speaker, it literally looks almost like this, coming around. And when you have high vibrational music, it brings you all the way up. So that's what it does. The background music is designed for your
For you
I get so many messages, literally like
Oh, they're
having
talking.
a conversation with 10 people right now. Sorry.
What are they saying?
Let me get through this. That's a whole other channel. Psychic and medium, that's a whole other channel. As I was like, okay, you guys, maybe I got just a little bit. But anyways, it syncs up the two hemispheres of the brain. So that's called binaural beats or hemisync.
Yes,
And
yes,
it's
yes,
awesome
yes.
stuff. That's another cheat sheet on how to heal really quick. Yes.
When's the best time to do that?
I fall asleep listening to it every night, and I feel like $1,000,000. As long as you don't even need to be awake for it.
I actually have it and I fall asleep. I've never listened to the end of it. 'Cause
You don't have
Oh,
to.
to my meditation?
that one.
Oh,
That's why I was wondering. I'm like, should I be doing this in the morning so I can go all the way through? Or
you know what? Listen to it at night because I keep hearing from a lot of people that they can't get to the end because they're sleeping. But it does. It works in the subconscious because the
Yeah.
binaural beats are working to
Yeah.
clear it out, and then my words and the whole
Great.
it's on
I
your lips.
have trouble sleeping usually, so I put it on. My son listens to it and he's like,
Really?
That's so great.
Oh,
so I
thank
was
you
like,
so
maybe
much
I
for
should
sharing
when
that.
I was finished. I don't know.
Awesome. Thank you for
Yeah.
that feedback. That's wicked. Yeah, because I wanted you guys to be able to go as deep as you can into this stuff. But yeah, that's another healing tool that I use in my toolbox is binaural beats. And it
That's
works on that
amazing.
subconscious level. So you don't need to do anything. You don't need to worry about following along to my voice. I mean, if you can, great, right? But even my words are going to sink in on that subconscious level to be able to give you the healing that you need for the day. Yeah. Cool. Let's do this. Okay, is that as low as the lights kind of go?
Can we turn off the others?
one more.
Yeah, turn them all off, Jen.
Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's better.
And then do you want this one?
Yeah.
no,
Maybe not.
That one's
We've got
good.
our
That one's good.
heart seat here. She's glowing. Spreading it love.
Okay, so I want you guys now to just close your eyes. And we're going to take a nice big deep breath in through your nose and hold it. And breathe it out through your mouth. And I want you to bring your attention to your body in the chair, to the now. Your bum feels in the seat, your hands on your lap, your feet on the ground. Bring both feet flat on the ground. Still cross your legs. Energy flows better that way. Just bring your awareness into the now. As you feel the breath move in through the nose, cleansing, and breathing out through the mouth. With every breath, we set the intention of life force energy entering in through our nose, clearing and cleansing, and breathing out through the mouth. With every breath, we breathe in the vibration of pure light, pure love. With every breath, we can feel the angels start to come in. As we take a moment now, and in your mind's eye, I want you to ask your guardian angels, your guides, to be with you, to guard, guide, and protect you. So that you may feel their love and presence in your life. Take a big deep breath in through your nose and allow that light to move down through your lungs. Breathing out any soot, any lower vibrations trapped in the body. Feeling your angels standing behind you, placing their hands on the top of your head. I want you to feel their light coming from their hands straight into your crown chakra. Feel the warmth of the glow as it moves in a clockwise position, clearing and cleansing, releasing any thoughts, calming, and letting go. And on the next big inhale, I want you to breathe that light in through the crown of your head. With the breath, breathing it in and allowing it to cleanse that crown chakra, and breathe it out through the crown of your head. See the light entering, clearing and releasing, allowing you to relax and let go a little further. Feel the healing light as it moves down across your forehead, slowly pouring into your third eye, that space between your eyebrows. Just feel that light penetrate, clearing any blockages, preventing you from seeing your truth. On the in-breath, we breathe in that pure, cleansing white light. And as we breathe out, we breathe out any debris, any blockages that we're holding on to. Allowing that light to move freely in through your brow. Calming your mind, releasing and quieting any negativity, completely dissolving and letting go. Taking another big, deep inhale of this beautiful cleansing white light. Allow it to fill your lungs and hold it all the way up. Hold it. Let it work its way around and blow it out. Feeling that sweet release. Allowing your body to relax and let go that little bit further. Feel your angels' healing light as their hands move to your heart and your throat, connecting and clearing, healing any wounds, removing any blockages in our throat chakra. On the in-breath, we breathe in that vibrant frequency, that crystalline energy that busts through all the blockages, releasing on the out-breath, allowing your shoulders to relax. Feel that light as it moves down right into your heart. What is it that you need to heal? Bringing it to your mind's eye, connecting with your heart. Fill it with light. Fill it with joy and happiness. Feel those vibrations as they move through your heart now, clearing and cleansing, completely letting go of what no longer serves you, of the lessons that may have hurt you. Surround it in the most beautiful crystalline light. See yourself healthy and whole. Feel the vibration of pure love as it moves through you, clearing and letting go. Take a nice big deep breath in through your heart chakra, filling it all the way up and blow it out. And I want you to now see this beautiful crystalline energy from your angels. See it moving down your arms. And I want you to place your hands palms up, ready to receive the light as it pours down from the sky, down around you, and straight into your hands. And I want you to breathe through your hands, taking a nice big, huge, deep breath of pure, healing white light in through the palms of your hands, filling it all the way up and blowing out through the palms of your hands. Bring that energy and that focus and feel the tingle of light as it enters your fingers and enters your palms. With every breath, you're breathing in the light of healing, the light of love. See that light healing, dissolving, and letting go. I want you to take a nice big deep breath in through your hands of white light, filling them all the way up. And as you breathe out, I want you to place your hands on your heart and breathe out that white light into your heart. Feel that self-love as it moves through you, coming from your hands, healing your heart, your body and mind. Feel that love. Allowing it now to pour down your back. Feel it as it moves in through your belly, right into the solar plexus. Feel that energy moving around in a clockwise position as it clears any blockages related to our truth. any fears that we have. See that white light as it completely dissolves. Seeing any cords from relationships or situations that need dissolving, we cut them now. So put your hands out again and be ready to receive. We're going to clear our tummy of any negativity. So take a nice big, huge, deep breath in through your hands. And as you breathe it out, bring your hands to your stomach. Breathe in that light all in through your core. See it dissolving any health issues, any relationship issues. It completely dissolves any cords. Breathing in that light and breathing out any soot or debris, any stale energy that no longer has a place in our life. We remove it now from our body, cleaning up and raising our vibration to be one with our angels. Now I want you to see that light as it moves through you and around you and encases you all the way down your legs. Feel it as it moves through your lower back, moving into your hips, encasing your legs, moves down through your knees, down to your ankles, all the way to the bottoms of your feet. And on the next big inhale, I want you to breathe in the energy from Mother Earth as you push those roots of light down through the crusts and through the layers, all the way through Gaia. See that center, see that core, connect with the light. And as you breathe in, I want you to breathe in that light all the way up through the bottoms of your feet, moving it up all the way through your crown chakra, encasing you in a pure bubble of white light, healing you, cocooning you, helping you to raise your vibration. You are now completely connected to the realm of angels, to your guides, Mother, Father, God. This is the time to connect with your heart's desires. What is it that you truly want? What would it feel like to get it? I want you to bring it to your mind's eye now. What intentions would you like to set for this year? You're sitting at the door of the portal, ready to walk through and embrace the light. Embrace the love, the wealth and prosperity, the abundance, the health, the family, and the peace of what it is that we desire. Feel the love as it wraps itself around you, knowing that when you ask, you shall receive. So take a moment and ask now, connect. Connect with the love and gratitude of what it would be like to achieve your heart's desires.
Some of you've been fighting for a very long time. Some of you've been fighting that ground warfare for a very long time. Sticking out your fists and fighting. God wants to take you to new places, new places, new places, new places, new places, new places, new revelation, new revelation, new perspective, new perspective. Area view, area view, area view, area view, area view. I declare over you, God has given you the air. God has given you the air. So fly. It's time to spread out your wings. It's time to shake off the things that hold you down. It's time to spread out your wings. And just do you see what I see? Do you hear what I hear? Do you know what I know? Do you want what I want? Do you see what I see? Do you hear what I hear? Do you know what I I have given you me. but scared to stare. Like a bird in the air, you were scared to stare at the enemy. You have been set free. 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 Nothing, 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 no, nothing can ever hold you.
Wow, that was amazing.
So it was taped live, and like I was saying earlier, he was just so happened to be a Christian singer in a church, and it was caught on tape, the flapping of the wings and those voices in the background. Could you guys all hear it? Yeah, hey. So people apparently heard it in the audience as well. I've actually recorded the voice of my spirit guide on tape in a reading that I was doing with a lady in my office where she was recording, and it's interesting what can be shown on video or through cameras. They are very sensitive. Our eyes cannot perceive what cameras can catch, right? So can you guys feel that energy in the room, that peaceful, right? It's quite a song of surrender. Again, it's called Fly by Jason Upton. The best is to listen to that with headphones on and let the vibrations of the song totally go through you, and it's a whole other experience in and of itself. For all of you guys that have your phones and cameras with you, I always do this at my retreats. So we call on spirit, we call on our angels. This much, we have 40 people in here calling on our angels. Well, guess what? We can usually catch orbs on tape. So if you'd like, feel free to take out your cameras and just start taking pictures. So
Yes, of
start taking
course.
pictures of the room. And what's really cool even is if you ask in your mind's eye for your angels saying, show me something, give me something, guys, give me something, you can tape it, take the room, or even just take random pictures and see if you catch any orbs in there, because we usually catch some good stuff on film. Did you get one already? Ooh, can I see? And if you get them, you gotta share them.
I remember seeing one of Patricia's photographs where the son of a couple had passed away in a very tragic way, and literally you could see his face in the room. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can actually show you guys that if you want. Yes, that was from doing something similar to this. So his family has given me permission to talk about it. So you guys remember the 5 university kids that were stabbed to death by Matthew DeBrood?
Yeah.
Well, Zachariah Rathwell, he was the first victim, and his dad is one of my clients, and he came to one of my retreats. And on the Saturday night, we do a very similar meditation where we call on our guides, we call on our angels, and we call on our loved ones to come and work with us. And right after that meditation, I'm like, okay, guys, get out your cameras, because you never know what you'll catch on tape. We usually all of us catch something. And And so pictures were, just being taken like this. And we could all, is there anyone here that was from that retreat, who came to that retreat? Yeah, Millie was there. Who else was a cat? Woohoo, my sister. I have a few people that have like literally come to all of my retreats. And so anyways, we had all felt him, hey? We felt his presence in there, being with his dad. And this was the first time that Spirit, like usually they'll show up in orbs. Oh no, this is like a person standing there with his hair and his face and his everything. So I'll show you guys. So I think you've already seen that, hey? Yeah, I've seen him. There he is standing in the corner. I did a blow up picture. If you want to pass it on, if you go like that, that's the original photo, and you can see it standing there. Right? Yeah, and look at the light even above his head. Right?
What a blessing.
Here, you can
for
pass
his
it on.
parents.
Oh yeah, like they
that's
blew
just-
up that picture and framed it because
Yeah.
that was probably the most healing thing that I've ever been involved in my life. It was so beautiful to be able to give that father that confirmation that his son, no, he is right there, not just we all felt him, we got the validation that he was among us that weekend. So thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, it's amazing what you catch on tape. Did anyone catch any orbs yet? Anyone catch any? Yeah, you caught some? Oh, what is he? What is he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Can we see if there's any questions? It is 8:30 right now. That time went by so fast. But is it okay if we spend a few minutes on questions and answers?
yeah, does anybody have any questions? Yeah.
So you had said that if you keep asking for something and it doesn't come, then just give it away because you're not meant to have that. Like if it doesn't come, I've gone through every single avenue to get this position, and it's just
not meant for you then. It is not meant for you.
Once you release it, then what's really destined for you. There's a really beautiful book called Journey of Souls. And this is written by a hypnotherapist called Michael Newton. And he traveled around the world hypnotizing people to cure miasm, spirit flying, things like that. And when he would take people into the alpha state, everyone was giving him the same information about what happens when we go to the other side, how we set up our lives, what happens when we want to go into another life. And you can have confidence. You did a good job. You planned your life perfectly. So it's not like you have to force it. You have to relax into it. Yeah. And sometimes what we think in our human mind is what we really need is not what we planned. And you know what? You've got something like 50 times better coming. So as soon as
you love this job with every part of ounce of your soul, and it's just not coming.
It might just be a timing thing.
Could
It
be
may
a
be a
timing
timing
thing.
thing, right?
but you've got to release it. Because the more you cling to it, the more you actually push it away.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't cling to a certain outcome, or you're else closing the doors for other outcomes that you didn't see,
Yeah.
but could get you there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't
So-
have that preconceived notion. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no. So one of the things that's really important when you want to manifest something is do a manifesting statement, feel what it feels like to be there, and then release it.
But let go of the outcome.
Let go of the outcome.
Because it may come in so
In a different way. It could be a job that you like 10 times better.
Yes, exactly. Never in a million years would I have thought that I'd be doing this. Right? And if someone would have told me how happy I would be doing this stuff, I wouldn't have believed them because I was stuck in misery, right? So sometimes not being able to see the ending it's awesome. Like just let go of it, because I would have blocked it if I would have known. You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta like just go with the waters and flow.
Don't swim against the current.
No, don't swim against the current at all. It's all energy, right? It's like what Mother Teresa says. Don't be against war, be for peace, be for something.
Exactly.
Right? Allow the flow. Don't do this. Don't resist. If you're resisting, and that's the other thing too, if you find yourself in a state of resistance, have a look. Give your head a shake and go, okay, what is it that I'm resisting? This is a big sign right here. How do I feel? If I feel like there's resistance there, it's not for me. Let it go. Let the outcome go and turn your direction elsewhere.
Okay, my sister has a house in British Columbia on the coast.
Yeah.
At the end of that song, it sounded to me like breathing.
Yeah, there was, and there was wings that were
That-
flapping.
Is in my sister's house, and we think
Ooh,
it
I
was a
love
ghost.
that.
No, there was
There's-
a door.
There's a door.
And when
Okay.
she renovated the house and pulled back all the brown paneling,
Yeah.
there was a door, and it had a doorknob on it,
Yeah.
and it had a vent on it, and when you opened the door, it was just drywall behind it.
And it was only 3 feet by 2 feet.
But that
But it was perfectly
sound
done.
of that breathing would
It was
be
in the house.
here on my right shoulder, and then it would
Yeah.
travel here. It was cold, and then she could hear it too. And my sister's the biggest skeptic.
Oh,
But
in
it
the planet.
scared the
Well,
shit out
so
of us.
here's the thing. What did the energy feel like in the home when you walk in? Was it a scary vibration when you
No.
walk in? Or was it a calming vibration?
No. It was just you were aware, and then at night it would freeze me. This is really weird, and it would crawl on the bed, and I could not move. It would come all the way up around, and I could hear it sniffing, and I was absolutely frozen. And my room was freezing cold. And then as soon as I was released, my sister's bedroom was over the garage, and I would be freaked out, and I'd be like grabbing her, and like, oh my god, Debbie, and she goes, it was just here.
So,
She had the same thing I did.
angels don't bring in fear, and that those are lower vibrational things. But because as you speak, I see, right? It was actually a dog, a dead dog that
That's what I
ran
got
across the
too.
bed.
Yeah.
Okay, whoever.
But-
So
Had lived in
the
that
owners that had
house.
lived in that house before, that dog had stayed there until the owner passed away. The owner crossed and the dog didn't. So all your sister needs to do is sage the house and send it to animals are really super easy to get rid of because angels will come and literally scoop them up and
Okay.
they're little angels themselves. So it's an earthbound dog. I would say.
Okay, so now here's another part of this story.
Okay.
Her husband, who is an IT guy, he's a coder.
Yeah.
So this whole house was a lipstick renovation, right?
Yeah.
They had a garage. The original owners put that bedroom over the garage. The windows are just these small rectangular windows
Okay.
that you can just open this way. Her husband was home. He worked in Saskatchewan and came back on the weekends. And something lifted him out of the bed, and he was screaming at my sister, and my sister wouldn't wake up. Took him out the window and brought him back.
So he
And
had an
wait.
out-of-body experience.
So when in the morning he was exhausted and he
Yeah.
had bruises all over his body,
Yeah.
and he's told this to my sister, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're crazy."
Yeah.
And when she changed the linens for the bed, there was tree branches all by his feet, because there's huge cedars all around their house.
Huh.
They're on a half-acre property.
See, my logical mind comes a little bit into that one. I don't know what to make of the branches at the bottom of the bed unless
Yeah.
I have them attached.
And
to
he
it.
could never fit through that window.
No, but astral traveling, if you're quite alert in it, that's actually part how I find missing people. So through HemiSync, if anyone's ever heard of the Monroe Institute, it's phenomenal training that will teach you how to be able to induce astral travel and be able to get out and be able to see. So it feels exactly like you, that voice, that eyes, everything. You see everything around you, and you literally float up, you go through the walls, you go through the windows, and it is so crazy. The first time I did it, the way that I did it was called Mind Awake, Body Asleep. And when I did it, I literally, my son was standing in the kitchen, and I floated down in the kitchen, waving my arms through my son, going, "Oh my God, Alex, look at me, look at me." He didn't feel it, didn't see a thing, and it was crazy. I put my arm through the wall, and you could feel it. You can feel the denseness of the wall. You could feel the denseness of a person. It's weird. I even wave my arms and I remember what it felt like. But until you actually go through it, it's very difficult to, it's mind-blowing. It really, really is mind-blowing. But that really sounds like he was doing some serious astral traveling. And there are ways to be able to manifest physical things from that realm. I actually, when I was doing a retreat years ago, one of the ladies that I was doing a retreat with, she actually manifested a crystal in her hand. She did trance mediumship, and when she opened her hand, there was a solid crystal in her hand, and she was sitting there the whole time, like there was no way there was anything in her hand. And so we definitely can bring back things from that realm. How it does, I have no idea, but I have heard of that before. I have heard of that, so he's not losing it.
And not to be afraid.
Yes.
The one thing that's really, really important in all of these experiences, because, you know, the other side is pure love. And so, you know, don't be afraid. Don't, you know, get a lot of lower emotions going and anxiety and all these kinds of things. Often it's people that love us and adore us, or, you know, dogs that love and adore us, or they're looking for their owner. And so it's really important not to be afraid. You know?
It can be freaky when you don't really know what
yeah.
it is,
know what
right?
to turn to.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Well, that's what Patricia Monna does. You know, she is the living embodiment of figuring the stuff out. Right? So if you have a challenge like that, and if you have a challenge at home, you know, and you're looking for some counsel and you're trying to figure it out, oftentimes if you have energies that are in your home, there are people that love you that are on the other side. They could be crossed over loved ones. They could be your guides. They could be angels. And so if you're worried about it, or if it's a concern, contact Patricia, and she's amazing. I mean, she's a direct channel, so you can, you know, get the real truth.
Well, and you can ask too, and you can feel it. You can feel your answers. You just gotta learn to fine tune your radio station. Sorry, there was another question in the back.
Yeah. In your meditation, you talked about cutting cords from your stomach area. Are they always there? Or I feel like
They can be in the back.
They can be in the back. They can be everywhere. That was just what my guides told me. Oh, cut the belly, because there's a lot going on in here. So when I see that, I know that there's a lot of power struggles going on, whether it's in relationships or work. But I did see a bunch of cords that were connected all in here on people. So it's usually about, you know, having difficulty standing in your power, or you know, getting that message out that you need. I usually see it trapped all in here. Yeah.
When you say forgiveness, you just mean like forgive whatever happened and just let it
Yeah.
basically?
Yes. And how you know that you've forgiven and actually gotten over something, bless you. You no longer have a physiological response to the stimuli.
Yeah. No
You
more
couldn't
triggers.
care less. There's no more triggers. Sayonara, have a great life. And being done with it. And trust me when I say there are a lot of negative Nellies out there that right now this year it's going to be highlighted. This year Spirit is going to highlight for you the things that you need to get rid of. So pay close attention, because the signs are everywhere, and don't think that you're going to have this big glowing sign in the sky. It's as that light just comes in.
Yes,
But well, sometimes it happens. But more often than not, it's that little subtle something that tells you, oh no, I shouldn't do that, or maybe they're full of crap. You know what I mean? And you just know. Listen to that knowing. Quit second guessing it. Step out of the second guessing. The more you step into a surety, the more your angels are going to show you what you can be sure of. Trust me when I say it is a path. It is a game. Make it a game. Make it fun, you guys. Because it is like a scavenger hunt. You're going to start to see the 1111s everywhere, and the 111s, and you're going to start to see the feathers and the dimes and the people that just tend to show up, just like the parking angels give us the right parking spot, right? Right? How many people use parking angels?
Oh.
That's like most of the world, right? Right. So, and it does. It's the same thing like when I'll ask, oh gosh, where's my keys? Angels, help me find my keys. And it's like it's like they dropped right there. And it's just crazy how that works. Or when you need something, how it just falls into your lap. When you are in vibrational alignment with your path, with your purpose, it literally starts to feel like a game. It starts to feel fun. There's joy in life again. You don't go, oh God, this again. I used to wake up feeling like that and want to throw the covers right back over my head. And now I can't wait. When I go on vacation, I miss you guys. It's like I can't wait. I'm constantly looking for people to read, but I'm not. You know what I mean? No, I'm on vacation. I should give this a break. But I crave the need to help others because I know what it does to that person. It does to me. I get that jolt. It's a pick me up for me. I don't need a glass of wine. I need to go and feed a homeless person, or I need to go and help a child. That's what I need. So choose who you're vibrating with. Get a little bit protective of your vibration and watch how things change. I mean it. Sit back and become the observer of your life. Don't actively engage in the negativity. Just observe, and watch how it changes. I'll quit blabbering now. Does anyone else have any other questions? Really?
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming. And many, many blessings for this year. It's going to be an amazing year.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us at home. And
Thank you.
manifest with the angels. Talk to your angels, and thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And I do have a little something for the sorry Facebook land. This is you can't have this. I believe in the power of prayer. And one day when I was meditating, my angels told me to make prayer cards. And it's amazing how my clients will come back and tell me that they carry them with them. Or on retreats, that, when someone's pulling out their wallet and I'm seeing my prayer card in their wallet, I'm like, yes, that's so awesome. Because I believe in the power of prayer. So I have one for everybody. I have an Archangel Michael prayer of protection. I also have the Archangel Raphael prayer of healing. So if you want, take one down and pass it around. Would you like one? And I do have another one. I was debating giving it out tonight or not. Can I just sneak past you really quick?